So I'm come over to the new build site in Lamington now to check on the progress, and there's been a spanner in the works this week. We have poured all of the side foundations, doing all of the underpinning work on this side and that side last week while I was away, but now we are working on these cross member pours, one at the front, one here where the goalpost steels are going to be, there is one there where the goalpost steels are going to be, and the back one there is going to be where the bifolds are going to be. Problem we've got is we started this work a week or two ago, 2 weeks ago, and the structural engineer who is allocated to this job only gave us the final calculations on Tuesday, which is the day I got back, and she has highlighted that this cross member section here, which is going to have the big steel A-frame, and this cross section here, which is going to have the other big steel A-frame, needs to have reinforcement cages fitted within. Problem we've got is the foundations are already poured, and she has only just disclosed that the cages, what go in these cross sections, have to go into these foundations and be sitting under where the columns are going to be. So what the guys have had to do yesterday is break back out these foundations, 500mm back on this each side, 500mm back on that side, to allow the cages to go 450 within that slab and 450 within that slab, so they'll both sit underneath the columns. Same reduction class. Oh, and we have to reduce 20 on that side, don't we? All the Talking about the rebar that we've got going in these two sections here, these are the shear links that we've had made up. For the 600mm wide foundation, we've got these shear links going in every 250mm all the way up the 7-metre foundation, and on top of it, it's going to have 4 20mm bars, and on the bottom of it, it's going to have 4 12mm bars. These are going to be set 75mm off the bottom of the foundation, and the coverage on the top of the concrete above this is going to be 50mm. It's all been measured out and calculated, and these will be made up on Monday, ready for the concrete pour on Tuesday. That's the 600mm wide one. On the 750mm wide foundation, the calculations show that there is going to be shear links like that because it's wider, and there's going to be 7 20mm bars across the top and 7 20mm bars across the bottom. These are also spaced every 250mm all the way up the foundation. So the demanding workload keeps increasing around here. It's actually got so high, we are really struggling to keep up. So Louise has offered to come and help us a couple of days a week.
I will be assisting with the recruitment, following up on any quotes that we've sent out, and also chasing any outstanding invoices.
On another note, we have finally just passed 300 subscribers now. I think we're somewhere around 305. I would just like to say a big thank you to every one of you who has pressed subscribe, and to anybody watching this who hasn't, please press the button and support the channel.
So I'm back over here on the first basement site over in Lamington, and as you can see, the tanking has now fully been done. I've had Dave and Finn come out this morning to stick all their pins around to set the levels for the screed pour tomorrow. So they're back in the morning. Once they've done the screed pour, it's then got the weekend to go off. Monday onwards, I'm going to have Thomas and Aidan back over here. They are going to start doing the stud work around the whole building, start wrapping that up. Aidan's going to finish off his last bits off first fix plumbing and heating. So here we are going to start seeing significant changes. It's really going to start motoring here now, so let's get through it.
We're now over a new site that we've got open in Warwick. This is round the corner from the previous structure only build that we've done on the next road a few months ago. This customer was passing by and decided to speak to our customer. He gave us a good recommendation, so now we have won this job off the back of that job. If you follow me inside, I'll show you what it's going to be entailing. There's quite a lot of work that's getting done here with regards to demolition, and there is piling work and a raft ring beam that's going to be getting poured. So inside this area here, everything from these front doors and this whole garage all the way down the side is going to be completely removed. So this is all coming out and the floor slab, and then if we go into this area, all of this area too is coming out and all the floor slab. And then it goes even further. This is like a TARDIS, this place. So there's a small toilet in that area. And then we go out into the rear garage, which is also all being removed, and the slab. This is an asbestos roof. We've got an asbestos contractor coming in on Friday to remove, but we've got Ash and Kyle here for the next 2 weeks, just knocking everything down and getting all the prep work done. Unfortunately, there is a dispute on the party wall agreement, but luckily for us, it's with the neighbour on that side. We are going to be doing a single story extension all the way down the side here, and we are also going to be doing a single story extension on the back and knocking through into the main house. The dispute that the neighbour has got is this ground is all unstable, so it's going to require piling works. On the party wall next door, her double story extension has obviously got foundations, but on the back of it, she's got a little conservatory which is built just on a 100mm slab of concrete. So what her problem is, which is a fair comment, when we're putting piles down and whacking them into the ground, is that going to make her concrete slab unstable and maybe crack? If so, is the piling contractor going to be responsible for doing any remedial or repair works? So that is the hold up at the moment, but after a meeting with me and Wayne and the customer last night, we've agreed that we could do all the demo work on this side as long as we stay within 3 metres from the boundary of the disputing neighbour.
Today, Trav and I are off to Telford to potentially meet our new gate engineer. CV met criteria and the Zoom meeting went really well, so fingers crossed, he's the man for the job.
So we've drove all the way down here to Telford this morning to meet this new engineer, and he's only gone and ghosted us. He's not returning any of our calls or messages. So what a complete waste of the morning driving all the way down here.
Thumbs up becomes thumbs down.
What we had to double check yesterday before making the order for the 3 sets of goalposts here, because if we get this wrong, it's going to be very, very expensive to correct. What I discovered was this one that's going up and across here is going to be a 200mm long by 100mm wide steel box, which is going to hold the cross section. Our makeup across here is going to be 100mm outer leaf with 125mm cavity and 100mm inner leaf. So this steel here will sit flush with the inner leaf, so we've got no problems with getting this in. The problem we did have was as we come down to this one here, this one is a wider foundation which has got much more reinforcement in, because this one here holds the back of the house up. What we have found here is the column is not a steel box section 200 by 100. This is a 254 by 254 universal beam column, and it's got a 254 by 254 cross section with a 10mm plate welded to the top set at 325mm wide, which is going to be outer leaf 100mm, 125 cavity and 100mm inner leaf. Problem we had here was when we sent the laser from this side to that side, we worked out that because we've only got 125mm cavity and a 100mm inner leaf, which totals 225, our beam is 254. So it works out we're going to have approximately 30mm of the beam protruding past the inner leaf of blockwork into the property. There is nothing we could do about this. It has to be done like this. So what we're probably going to have to do when it comes to the boarding stage is just dab this wall out slightly or batten it out to bring the wall flush to overcome the protrusion of this 254 by 254 column.
So I'm over here on the basement site over in Warwick, and as you can see, all the screeding now has all been done. So I've now got Jay and Ash here. They are going to start doing all the stud wall throughout. So within the next couple of days, we'll see all the stud going in, then the insulation, then the boarding. So like I said before, this project now will really get a good shift on.